Greetings, yeah. Greetings. One and all, bet. Yeah, they are the boss. I will ever live. I, Nikos, I, City, I see, I, Ras Astan, Far, I, Cordemali, I, Damian, Nesta, Far, I, yeah. Yeah, I most I said that's yeah, and their counterparts, you know what I'm saying? And eyes is run through, fly swiftly up into the realms, highest realms, you know me I say, and paramount their way, you know, like a pelican, you know, and settle in that censer bowl and fill it up to the brim until it overfloweth. Yes, yes, for Jah is I and I shepherd, I and I shall not want. Yes, yes, indeed. Jaja, Rastafari. Yearly I am Friday, I Emperor, I King Selassie, I, Jah Rastafari, I and I, a vine grandfather God, Abacadus, Eda I Selassie, ye, and I, my mama, yeah, grandmama, goddess, Empress Menenai. Yes, in the first and second persons. Sila. Selassie, I am and I, you know. Yeah, blessed love, you know, I really don't want to do this right now, you know. Shane, hold up, take a sip of my tea. Ili see, last I am on ramen and Demi and I, and T and I. Yes, and another I. Yeah. So, Mauno, you still haven't learned. You don't want to accept that I'm the prophet of the Most High and the High Priest of the Most High God. You're calling a bunch of flipping people prophets like as if you have no damn blasted sense. That's okay. Don't watch nothing seen, but I have the most prophecies under my belt. Seen? And many are uno, you're calling your first eye your third eye. So if that is your third eye, which eye is your first eye and which eye is your second eye? Your first eye is the eye in your head. See, your pineal gland. You should know that even in the chakras, your pineal gland comes before your forehead. See, or I should say before your eyes. Your forehead, your head comes before your eyes. And there's a chakra there. And it sits above your two eyes. Anyways, I had to tell a girl the other day, yo, relax. You know what I'm saying? You're just a little girl. But maybe, perhaps if you called your third eye your first eye, you'd probably see the light. You'd see things in a different light. Oh, I ain't letting no monkey boy who looks dirty and looks like he needs to bathe teach me nothing. Oh, oh, oh. N-word, N-word, N-word. Okay? It was a post for Hurricane Melissa. People are saying, oh, it was man-made. They're still saying that. Okay, whatever. See? But if you go and teach them, YouTube, he shows you the paths that many hurricanes took in the past. And they take some weird journeys, man. You know what I'm saying? They do. Okay? But I'm just saying, this girl was saying, oh, it was man-made. I just know it. Yeah, okay, little girl. You know, can you prove anything? Harp, this, DARPA. She didn't say DARPA. She said CERN. This, Agenda 2030. I know all about that, man. You know what I'm saying? And I knew all about your HARP and your CERN for about 20 years. I've been studying that, and I have not seen enough evidence to say that they can actually produce and remotely control a bomb, a blood clot hurricane, and many other things. See? I know they can cause earthquakes by fracking, right? But they can control these quakes now. Like they can't make it stop once it starts. You see what I'm saying? Okay, enough more things. They can't control weather like that. They can't fully control weather. See? And she just went off and I said, well, that's nice. Your demon spirit is coming out. Look at that. You're a racist. You sound like a KKK. But monkey boy, that's a KKK slur. That's a racist slur, man. That's a racist flipping term, man. Oh, yo, go. I can't even repeat what she said because it was so nasty, but some gay stuff. You know, go do this, go do that to your boyfriend because he has to go work and this. What are you talking all that filth for, man? You know what I'm saying? That's what's in your heart. And I'm supposed to take you seriously? People are supposed to take you seriously? You seem kind of unstable. You know what I'm saying? What the heck is this, man? Oh, and then just block me from talking to her in the chat. No problemo. Huh? No problemo. Yeah, Rastafari. Me have to stay active in the chat still. You see me I said, because a lot of people out there, they're just talking on bag of crap. And I gotta put them in their place. You see what I'm saying? Because now, Rastafari is gonna take the lead. See? And he will forever be in the lead. Okay? You are all waiting for your gods and your saviors to come. Rastafari has their very own savior here on earth right now with his superiors and with his comrades, colleagues, see, associates, see. Okay, good, good. And Rastafari is light years ahead of you. Hmm? Like you hear my Damien. Hmm? Hmm? They think they're ahead. I'm ahead light years. Hmm? And also, here comes the rain again. Oh yeah, here comes the sun. That's right. And what does my emperor say? Because he obviously foresaw the coming of the hurricane. Huh? Before your stupid chronics went and put hurricane or a song entitled Hurricane on his album, and his, I mean, I don't know what she is to him really. You know, is she your protege? Is she your label mate? Is she your colleague? Is she your girlfriend? Janon? Well, she has a song called Hurricane too. It's not the same song. That's right. Like as if that means anything. Hmm? Hmm? When my Damien says, I woke up like a nightingale saying, hey, woo, can you hear me? Weather, sunshine, and rain, I'm always hopeful and I'm cheery. Singing thanks and praise. Me and the pigeons and pigeries. Rest of you can join in and we always sing sincerely because we can fly because our feathers were not made with flaws. We abide by Jah alone and not your man-made laws. And we're in tune with nature so we can prepare for storms. And we will make it through the storms and hurricanes because the rain again. Boy, okay. Well, that's a prophetic insight. You don't say. That's right. Just like whirlwind, keep the fire burning. Good. Shiloh, chant a fire upon them. That was on the 19th of October before you even knew the storm was coming. I should say the whirlwind was coming. Hmm? Okay, good. These are prophetic insights. Hmm? Most natural and enough more things. See? But what we're saying is that we are here and we've been dealing with this work and you just want to ignore Rastafari. And this is why all of you are in the mess you're in right now. See, all of you people who claim to be prophets and gurus and this and that and saints and apostles and this, you can call yourself that prophet this and prophet that, prophetess that and apostle this, right, and disciples and blah, 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 blah. None of you can do anything except just talk. It's written in Joel chapter 2 verse 28 that in these last days I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh. That's right. And old men will have dreams and young men and girls even and boys will have visions. That's right. And they will see the wonders of the Most High God in the earth and in the heavens, and fire and smoke. Fire and blood and pillars of smoke. Okay. So just because you're having visions, it doesn't make you any type of prophet. Because we are in the last days. But it's okay. You're all going to get slew because you're making a mockery of the word. You all sit there waiting for this God to come while you live some very, very sinful lives, some dirty lives. And that's okay. But yet still, this God that's coming for you, you see, it's all a big illusion and they're just big hypocrites and they just don't want to go to hell and they just feel like as if they do this, well, maybe, they won't go to hell, even if they do hellish things here and now. When this God of yours, right, it's all a dream of yours, and an illusion, but this God of yours, supposedly, let's suppose he appears. He's supposed to take you where? To a place called paradise where there's no television and no cell phone and no bullshit and no darkness, no pain, no lies, no sorrow, no night, no death, none of your clothes and your fashion and your bling and all these things you love here on earth. You're not giving up these things. You never gave up anything, all of you people. All of you people who claim to be whatever the heck you claim to be. None of you have given up the ways of the world. Down to the foods you eat. And we can include even the drugs and the alcohol and whatever else, Like all of that is where you are going. You're not going to want to go to this paradise, my friend. As a matter of fact, when you get there, you're going to want to leave right away. Oh, yes, indeed. People acting like as if you love just so much and you want to go into his halls where you can just sing his praises all day. Huh? You little, huh? I try to keep it clean. And that's okay. We will see if your gods are going to come for you. I tell you. Anyway, in a judgment, and so much things going on. Did you hear that Usain Bolt's, it's not even his, okay? It's just a partnership and it's really other people that run it. Did you know that his sports resto bar burnt down just yesterday? Did you know? Yes. I walked down that way, as a matter of fact. I passed that place twice, going and coming from the location I was given for the Canadian consulate, which wasn't even there. It was there, but they knew I was coming, so they took the sign down, closed the door, and actually said, when the lady came out, she said, "Oh well, we're an agency, whatever." Sure. Just take a link. I know who you're dealing with right now. Have a good day. That's right. And and I looked at it and I said, "What a judgment! Yeah, for sure, your little resto bar has to be over here, and you don't do nothing for the poor." And I wouldn't even go in there for a meal, even if you had ital food in there. Even if you had an ital grill section in there. I just said no. It just looked like it looked like Babylon place. Let's just say that. It had all the markers of Babylon on it, and I'm just like, wow, judgment. That we burn down with this statue there with him in front of it. Really? You think you're big? You think you be like Baba? Burn down. For sure. Enough things. I'll tell you something. Remember telling you something. See, in this judgment, you see that fire we take, your bomb blood clot, you saying both rest of bar. See? And the dragon spit fire out of that. Leviathan, you have awakened. You have awakened him. Yeah? Yeah, Leviathan, the dragon. The blows on spirit judgment. I and I first form of beings, as beings of light, is a dragon. Yes, that's I and I first form, yeah. And then Babylon turned that against you and come and tell you about the dragon in a revelation and all kind of thing. No, it's a serpent. It's really the serpent. But okay, we're gonna call you the dragon. Well, it's the dragon ball Z. See? It's a war. See? So you see a stupid show there, what was it called again? Had a big show the other day, man, with the Iron Throne and all of that, and dragons in it and all of that. The name ain't coming to me still, And just to show you things, Zane said these things is real, Leviathan is real. You see me, I say, and many more out there in the rascal judgment. But we'll soon see what I go and breathe out fire and spit a fireball out pan Usain Bolt and pan Westmoreland, pan the cave them up there, and Westmoreland, and burn down the place. You're gonna see what I'm talking about. No, I get where. But they are all down in the valley of Jehoshaphat. Joel 3, they're all down there. Come down into the valley of the judgment. Come out. Huh? Yeah, you're all welcome, man. You're all welcome. Very good. Let me teach you something. Let me teach you something. Okay? I taught you that the Brits, it seemed like they were the first to really start to persecute I, Solomonic race. See, I mean, I talk about over there, so in the US mainly. I mean, I talk about after slavery, after they took people out of Africa. I mean, I talk about the Romans, which at the end of the day, they should not be called the Romans. See, because the original Rome was in Egypt. Okay, that's where Rome built up over there. You see what I'm saying? Now we're talking about an evil rascal empire. They weren't good. See, that's why they were called Rome. See, and not uh, uh, Kemet or whichever section over there. So them there, Nubia, Miro, Axum. It's all the same people still, just moving about. Okay, we have a next set of people who are coming at the place and them tear down the dynasties and even the empire um, 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 in Egypt. See, tearing down the dynasty meaning they put other people in place. See, them replaced the leaders. Them the dynasty was even replaced by a new set of people. Okay, now these are really Ishmaelites and different type of people. We just want to feel with things and feel with powers and things. But there's nothing new in the earth. There is nothing new in the earth, which means that even in those times, there were cave dwellers that came out of the caves. Why? Because people kind of curious about things when them lose them way, and they kind of stray from the light. They get curious about the darkness. So now people go run in our caves and things. So before this Dr. Jacob, which they say it's sound myth, okay? It's the Nation of Islam, them that invented that, but there is truth to that there was a man that actually did do things and actually modify beings into humanoid lookalikes, say hybrids. But I'm talking about people who are curious about darkness and will go into holes and caves in the earth. Man and woman will get kidnapped and then rape them. Man and woman, you have to sleep with different beings, male and female, and impregnate them or get impregnated by them. See, them things are going from a long time. So we have said that is what did go on, and then mixed with a set of people we hate with anyways. See? And I just desolate there. Me I talk about Esau, man. Esau descendants, them go blend up with them people there. And enough more people go blend up with them people there. Okay? Good. So there's nothing new under the sun really. And then them come from the people. See? So we're talking about New Rome, meaning after Egypt now. That is what you call Rome over there. What them call Greece and all that bullshit. Byzantine and all that. See? And then you had the Russian Empire that rose up and they claim that they are third Rome. See? But that's just Russia trying to claim civilization for themselves, and they would even say that at one time world history is Russian history. See? And it all started there. Yeah? Them even say Emperor Andronikos was not from over there. He was from the Sagrad on the the board of what? Wait there again, man. Wait there again. Hold on again. Let me see if I can find this there. This is what they say, which is a place where that they can't find it. They don't even know where this place is. The Boulevards or something like that. Hold up. Okay, let me see if I can find this. Okay. Let's see if I can find this. Stuff. Alright, But okay, no, it's not even there. Sagrad and the Boo something, man. Anyways, man, and that he came from a royal dynasty from somewhere else, and that how he came over there. Seeing because the people them over there in Russia said that they want a new dynasty. Okay, this is before the Tsars, and that's how they started to rule. Okay, but Russia is not really third Rome. It's Germany that really became third Rome. See, and then now comes Britain. But even before Britain, this is what I'm saying, the fourth Rome after, I should say even the third Rome after Rome, Greece over there, so would most likely be Spain, who were the biggest colonial empire out of all of them. See, Spain, maybe not Rome itself, but after Rome, then, see, meaning after Egypt, Rome, Greece, could come Spain. We can't live out Spain. See? And Spain now colonized most of the world, the South Americas and the New World. Columbus was from there. You know what I'm saying? And them are hybrid people, beings. Them said that Christopher Columbus now, okay, when he went to Jamaica, he wrote a letter to King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella, okay? But that letter has never been exposed. See, no one's ever seen it. Good. But after Jamaica, he goes to Haiti, Dominican Republic over there, and these places, and he couldn't really stay in Dominican Republic. Remember, that's where the first rebellion was in the Caribbean in 1519. As a matter of fact, some say 1521. See, but he went to Haiti and killed off a whole heap of people. Some people say that they were eating people over there. But they're barbarians. Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they? Anyway, so they were cooking up the people and eating the people and doing a bag of things and taking the people them gold and giving them trinkets and all kind of thing and madness. I read this guy's book and he's trying to act like as if, you know, he was a, let's just say, a respectable person, you know. And even like considerate, you know, like people were giving him a bunch of gold for nothing. And he was like, I can't do that. I can't do that. But he admits that everywhere he went before he even got there, him claim the land. Okay? So him say Jamaica, him claim it. Okay, that didn't work. Get out of here. Okay, he sees Haiti, Dominican Republic, claims it and names it. All of them gave them names before he even got there. Okay, well, what does that tell you? And then, you know, all of his accounts, you know, it seems like he's the only one that wrote, that's right, because he's corrupt. He's corrupt. How is it nobody else who was there wrote anything about the events? So, according to his book, which was corrupted, he said that he went looking for resources, okay, to go and capture the Holy Land, which at that time was not in Palestine, which it's only in 1948 that became a state of Israel. Okay, prior to that, it wasn't there. Okay, so where's this man talking about? What's this? Okay, this is the narrative, okay, that they had to come up with, okay, because I already told you what he said. He said he was in search of the damn Holy Land, and he followed the stars, okay, because he was an astronomer, and it brought him to Jamaica, and he left there, and then went to other islands, okay, and take people things, and enough more things that he doesn't admit that he did, but we know what happened, okay, a lot of poisoning of people, and a lot of killing, and enough things, and rape, and enough things. Bestiality and all kind of things, cannibalism and enough more things, and child sacrifice and all kind of things. So I'm just saying, he said that he was going over there looking for the place, and he found the place, and he called the New World New Jerusalem before it was called the New World after he died, okay, because according to him, this is where the New Jerusalem was, or where the Jerusalem, the original Israel, it extended all the way out here, and these were sacred lands, the Caribbean and the New World. But I'm saying, That's what it was. But how they come up with some narrative I talk about how yo he just went out there thinking he was going to Asia to try to get resources to pay soldiers obviously to go and capture Jerusalem, which was where at the time is what I'm saying. Nothing don't make sense when you listen to these people and their narratives. They don't make sense. Secondly, I mean the Spaniards knew the cardinal points, man. Okay, they knew where east and west was. You see what I'm saying? So there's no point in you going that way, thinking you're going to Asia when they know that Asia is that way. Because guess what? The Indians and even Chinese and different peoples trade with them, and they know them. That's where they're at. Okay, so it don't make no sense. Secondly, what do you mean you went to go get resources? So you're just gonna take. Obviously, you took a few ships with you, see, because you want to get resources, right? Right. And obviously, since we know the truth that he was going to go capture the place, he brought an army with him, right? Okay, good. So obviously you went over there, whatever, and here you get all the resources, whatever, gold, whatever. And what you're supposed to return to Spain. And then guess what? Well, now we're setting out to go to Jerusalem. Where is Jerusalem is the question. Obviously, it's not in Palestine at that time. Okay, so if the man went over there, okay, it wouldn't make sense to go that direction first of all because west is in the opposite direction. I should say east. Asia is eastward. See, at that time, I'm not even telling no lie. At that time, I don't think cartographers flipped the map upside down yet. Or actually, they did. They did. They said sometime in the 15th century, map makers flipped the map upside down to put Africa on the bottom of the world. You see, and they distorted the map and much more things. They made Africa seem smaller than it really is, and even they blew up Russia and enough more things. See, but I'm just saying, none of that makes any sense. But you're going to go look for resources in the opposite direction. You think you're going to Asia, and then you go over there, and then look at all the shit you did over there, which means that you plan to do that over there. Stop the madness. Enough people them killing them. So here we have Spain now. Now colonized all of these lands. See? But you lost to Cuba. And you also lost to Brazil. See? 17th, I should say 18th century, you lost to both of them. That's right. So you never conquer Brazil, and you never conquer Cuba, and you never conquer Dominican Republic. See? But yet, you dispatch your people there, and then once you have obviously we're talking about a large amount of people here, so boom, then you have a colony there, and then that city set up your businesses, and then guess what? Now we're running our economy is run off of this bill here, this money that have dead people upon it, and we don't know nothing about that. See, but that have strength out there in the world, so it's like you keep the people them poor and disenfranchised just through that, and enough more things. So that's what I'm colonized. See? So then, let's say, same time Britain rise up after Spain start colonize, Britain rise up, and even France did rise up too, and even Russia did rise up too, and enough more things, and even the USA start colonize over there. Because at that time, the Confederacy now, well, they set up their colony, which they came from Britain, remember? This is Oliver Cromwell people, good, and then them set up over there, so in down south same way. They didn't want to be too far from the Union, and then the Union moved. They were at Philadelphia first, and then they moved to Washington. Remember George Washington Carver, right? And then the Confederacy moved into Philadelphia and took over that. So now we had two governments at the same time and two presidents, Jefferson Davis and Robert Lincoln Abraham Poston. See, the president of the Union, and Davis was the president of the Confederacy. See, most natural. But we may say now, these same people now just jump from empire to empire, you know what I mean? They're opportunists still, you see what I'm saying? And then they make link with other rascal peoples and whatever you want to call them, barbarians. Okay, good, and now guess what? We are in the world. So now watch them now. We're in modern times now, seeing? And they're in Montserrat, seeing? Which is, I already told you them, that's the twin sister, little sister to Judah. And you could say Israel, because that's what Jamaica really represents, because we can all go there. See, good. That's the little sister Judah over there. They're one tribe of people, saying the land used to be Bambarasclat one, and at just one side of the empire, Axum gone on that side there, and the next side. That's where Montserrat's at. That's what I'm saying. It's a perfect balance. That's what I'm saying. And they were there in Montserrat. They set up their recording studios and everything, and bam, 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 and hotels and this and that, and take over beach property and all kind of things that go on. Nastiness, madness, seeing bag of abomination and autocracy, seeing a go on over there. Good. Then La Sofia volcano bust up. Seeing my mother was there with her parents, and they had to flee the island. Seeing pan ship. Boom, them run. Where them run? Jamaica. Some of them were already set up there still, you know, but now guess what now? Come, we will link up. Alright, good, them gone to Jamaica now. Remember Jamaica get them independence 62, you know. Remember Jamaica got their self-governance act and status, you know, in 1944, which means prior to that, it's we did ever in Jamaica, Maroons, them just set up a business, call it Jamaica, while we are Nayakipong, and then that's it. So now, 1944, you get your Self-Governance Act from Britain, which Britain never colonized us. Cromwell never colonized us. See? Nor can you say Spain ever colonized we. So, many of them were running to yards still, but it was like, I guess, taking time with it, you know, because boy, Rasta and Maroon today, you know, and, you know, we can't just come into the land like that. You know what I'm saying? So they had to, I guess, prepare, you know, make way for them, right? Which means, say, Carroll Gardens, enough more things, enough massacres, enough things that go on, you know, displace these Rastas from their land. This is what it was all about. See? It's a land grab. So now them run from Montreal, come to Jamaica, and them they are Jamaica till what? 1980, bam, Hurricane Alan mashed them up, them have to run. See? Some of them run, them not run for long, and them didn't run far. See? But enough of them ran back to Montreal. Alright, you're in Montreal. 1990s, man. La Soufriere, man. Boom, again. Mom, them have to run. Alright. Enough of them run, go back to Jamaica. Alright, good. Judgment. Yo, Whirlwind Camille, 2005. Bam! Yo, them have to run still, yo, but still they're there, you know, them didn't run for far. Or she said they didn't run for long, and they didn't run far. Alright, good, but they're back in the land, so, alright, good. And many things took place between that time, you know, earthquakes and floods, enough things, you know, but I'm just saying the biggest events, all right? Okay, good. So now, bam, we have Hurricane Camilla, 2015. Now, we're not going to forget our bypass Andrew. There was an Andrew in 1994, okay, because they retired Allen's name in 1980, my birth year. Them retired that rascal, see, because it was so monstrous. See? And let's not forget Gilbert in 88. See? So them I run back and forth. Alright, cool. Hurricane Patricia 2015 now. Bam, rascal. Alright, good judgment. See? Enough things took place between that time. Earthquakes, and I can go on, okay? But we know now, as I told you, Melissa is the most powerful. She wasn't the biggest, you know. Ivan was bigger, you know, but she was the most powerful. See? Clocked in at 252 miles per hour. Wind gusts. See? When it made landfall. Okay, good. That's dread, you know. See? Alright, good. Mash up enough of them properties and enough of them things. Exactly. Now, guess what? All I want to come in. All I want to come in, can you say, I, Rastafari, Maroon, Rastafari, God, see, Israelite, God, seeing, is one and the same. So Naya Kipung, Christ, Rastafari, one and the same. Yahshua, one and the same. See? So for God, yeah, Most High Jah, I defend I and I. That enough know over there. So when you see all these things and wonders taking place in the earth, you feel know what go on. You see wonders in the heavens, you feel know what go on. See, if you stop rascal, go around Rastafari, yeah, will not tick me off. See, let Jah be praised. Should even know bag of things. Anyhow, you hear say Miss World pageant, you hear the Jamaica contestant fell off the stage. The only one that fell off the stage. So don't blame the lighting. Saying don't blame the stage manager. Don't blame her dress. Saying blame the girl. Okay, because she wasn't watching where she was walking. Saying and she fell off the stage. Then like she was diving into a pool. Saying it's a judgment. Remember I want to disrespect my beauty queen, Cinderella Breakspear, where they are Toronto and have things line up and set up for, donations and thing and funding drive for Hurricane Melissa victims. God bless. See, remember you ramp with my Empress Mother Goddess. I talk about after she did that interview with her on stage about how one beauty pageant hung herself. Zine, after she publicized to the world what she was going through and no one took notice, not even her parents, and then she went and hung herself, right? Well, my book, it's all psyops. My book. Disrespect my beauty queen, man. Lipstick psoriasis, man. Lepsitoriasis, man, which is a rascal disease, man. It's a bacterial disease right now. It's in the waters in Jamaica. 15 cases have been reported. Zane, I'm not even going to look for the article. Then, but nothing, just like a bunch of tadpoles, baby frogs, swarms of them, man. So, millions. Okay, just swarming the place over there, man. People are just like, oh, that's natural. Yeah, for sure it's natural. Yeah. If I read about the plagues, the days of Egypt, the days of Moses, if I read about the 10 plagues them, and you Rastafari, but it's natural. Yeah, man. It's natural. But you not said about the whirlwind though. You not said about Hurricane Belis though. Yeah? And Melissa means honeybee. Yeah? I told you that. That's right. And Mel, which is abbreviation for Melku and Melka, which means angel and king. And Isa, which means oath of Jah. Oath of Jah. Yeah. Good. These are wonders and signs. Yeah. Hail to the high, most high Jah Rastafari, black people. You see, sovereign rights, come learn. Hold on. Soon. Learn about the sovereign maroon rights. You see me I say we land constitution, our rights and enough more thing, and the universal pact that was made with all entities and powers and principalities that was breached by all entities and powers and principalities and even demons. Yes, and humanoids. If I know a Crow Magnon, I come from Rasclat, one eastern part of Europe, them say the edge of Europe, see, which we are talking about Antarctica region, see, there's an ice wall around there, and I already told them, then make sure the populations of the earth, see, are within the center of the earth, are more towards the center of the earth, because there is an ice wall or an ice ring and dome will surround the earth. See, meditation on that. The devil build that. But what the item to know is the devil build 2 more ice walls and barriers. See? Good. You see, within those ice walls, there are living beings. There are civilizations out there where you never see before. Different beings, them kind of beings where you see in a damn cartoon and like your Shrek and them kind of sitting there. Wait, me not tell a lie. Kind of entities and beings over there, they're not demonic, We're not talking about the fallen, We're not talking about the fallen about Barasklat, even though some of them drop out over there, so, Some of them must land out there, so not all of them land within the earth, which is what you call the earth. I'm saying with, how should I say, outside of the boundaries of the earth, I'm saying there is more earth and more land and life and civilization. See, but some of them are housed within the two first walls, and some of them are housed within the last two ice walls, and then outside of that, you have a whole heap of land and life out there. See? Good. You must know these things because just said you to open your eyes. I opened my third eye and just said, look what I'm going to show you. I'm going to show the eye something because we're still here in the earth, and I have to seek and rise up, You understand? Which means that when I come in that earth, I still have to kind of live like you as man and thing and learn certain things, But true, I have wisdom now. I wise, it's well higher. Zine, but we're always climbing, always mounting and ascending into higher realms. Yours, good. You have different life and civilization within the tree wall them. See? And outside of that, enough more life and civilization out there. So different beings and enough different things where you never see and foods and animal and enough things. See? What we are saying is that the earth is a mountainous region, good, but it has different plateaus. Like when you go higher up into the extremities of the heights of the earth, which is Ethiopia, Aksum, and then we'll go way up to Lake Tana, and we go way up, and Deber Damas, way up there. There's different plateaus of water with islands and continents and peninsulas on them. You understand? Okay, good. So what it is that these are the higher realms of creation and generations of creation. Then this is what it is. And then we had Yelabot, who is an archangelic being who fell and became the devil, and his mother, Nut, is Lucifer. Well, they decided to mimic the Most High creation and create a water dome and blow it over with cool air and turn it in an ice to separate the realms them and to keep us apart. See? So you see the planets them, you see all them shine and thing. Well, Jah thought I that they're like lampshades and domes of these different realms on earth. You understand what me I said to you? Good. So many times I taught you in the past about the planetary shift, the axial shift, twice in history. See, which means the heavens even descended. Do you understand? Which means this is how them kind of depend feel plane but outer realms. You see me, I try show the them. Good. And so we already had two displacements of the Earth's crust, see? Meaning polar shifts, good, which caused the ice to break, see, and for partitions to appear, see, Good. And this is why you have the militaries of the world stationed at these partitions, and one of them is the Antarctica. Yeah, yeah. I mean, that might even be the biggest one, but that's where they're sending their troops and everything. And this is what this is all about, because all in all, you see, I go on is to fight against the Rasta man. See? So we just want them to know these things because, oh man, Cern is cranked over. You haven't heard from all my babies in a while. You know what I'm saying? My alter spirits and divine personalities, not alter egos and split personalities. No. My orchids. You just wait. I told you, the less you hear from them, you're going to see. Hmm? Jehoshaphat manifests his powers unto the world for the world to know that there is none higher than Jehoshaphat. Hmm? Good. Anyways, my Naya Kopung state, you read. I'm not gonna go through that, but you read. You see? You see what happened? Okay, you see? Bladden and Trelawney, the third Duke of Portland, and what they did. That's right. It's all there. It's all there. You see how many wars we fought? That's right. As I said, Jamaica is very instrumental in many happenings in the world, including, as I said, the Maroons that they were taken from. They were taken from Jamaica in about 1796, and they were brought to Nova Scotia, and they fought with the black founding fathers of the USA, and some of them came here to Montreal and fought. And the two battalion forts were here and in Nova Scotia, and without them, Canada would be the 51st state of the USA. Okay? Canada would not be Canada without the Maroons who fought with the Micmacs and other indigenous peoples of the land. That's right. And that's why it was George Washington. He bought a lot of land. The biggest land purchase was in Tennessee, but he wasn't the only one. All of them bought a lot of land. But they bought a lot of land over here too, including Nova Scotia and Quebec. And much more things. That's Jah we praise. Very good. And also, in 1830, this was the Baptist Rebellion, Christmas Day Baptist Rebellion led by our leader and King Sam Sharp. And where they slaughtered many British generals. And so therefore, Britain said, oh my God, oh no, we don't want these people, rebelling all over the world now. No. And so they abolished slavery in Britain in the 1830s. It was because of Sam Sharp. King Sam Sharp. Cut out the throat, boy. What you do? Pluck out your eye, boy. What you do? You want to come take over my land and enslave my people, boy. Cut off your hand and your foot. And then shove it down your throat. I say, not try that. I say, not try that. I want to leave I and I people alone, because I and I people is a rebellious people. I and I have God to defend them. Just know, say I and I have a God to defend we here. Just know that. Okay? So here, you see I posted my two turtle doves are Jamaican Montserrat. Yeah, my mother's parents were born in Montserrat. It's true. It's true. And they are the only other Caribbean nation that identify as Maroons. They don't really want to hear nothing about nothing else. We are Maroons. That's right. Why? Because we are Maroons. And our God is Naya Kipong. That's right. That's the party. Okay, good. Zetigo. Yeah. But I'm saying that I told you this in the past many times about Montserrat and Jamaica and how they are twins. They are one people, one tribe of people. You go to Montserrat, you're going to think you're in Jamaica. And I'm telling you the truth. But you're going to see what we are talking about. Because prophecy must be fulfilled. You see, oh, my beautiful Saint Josh Stone. Oh, I love this song. That's right, you see. The turtle doves of the Most High. That's right. And the earth is the shell of these two turtle doves. Hmm? That's right, kind of like a ladybug, you know. That's right. Hmm? The entire world is their shell. And their wings. Huh? Huh? Okay, good. You must know. You must know. You must try. Like she said, in the morning I see clearly there's only one way through life. Climb up to the top of a high branch, open my wings and try. Yeah, so God bless, He's really are the champion, you know. Yeah, you are the champion, Israel and Judah, you are the champions. See? And you cannot be destroyed. Huh? Never. Hmm? Juicy news, juicy news. Here it is. Oh, what's going on here? Hey guys, you're my boy, authentic, aka fact finder, aka the epistemologist and the chronicler, aka too smart, aka I'm not dunce. Hey guys, got a juicy one for you. I'm not gonna go through this, but look at all of this. Greece and Russia claim Andrew, who is Christ, is Andronikos. That's right, the same one whose face is on the shroud of Turin. There's a time and a place for everything. I've spoken about it many times, but I said I'm only going to post it when I find all the proof that I need to conclude. So here we have, or to make my conclusions. Yes. So here we have, they intentionally kind of, mess with the truth, and they put the truth out there in plain sight, and, Trump is impersonating Christ. We know that on the wild beast. That's right. He's impersonating Emperor Andronikos Christ coming in. Yeah, and of course they invented a bunch of stories about Emperor Andronicus. Just to throw you off, they also kept the story in line with that of Christ, meaning that there are way too many similarities to brush it off as mere coincidence. We concluded a long time ago that Andronicus is Andrew and Christ. That was about last year. Very good, very good. And the Grecians and Russians also believe him to be Christ and Andronicus, and that's right. And many relics for St. Andrew and disciples and saints and even apostles are in Greece today. They were returned there by Rome. Many of them were. That's right. Okay, good. And then, bing! What? Wait, you got Trump, on the fake Andronicus, it's just the winners that rewrote history, but check this out. Yes, of course. It looks like Emperor Haile Selassie. Oh, doesn't it? Of course it does. Of course it does. Yeah, right. That's right. And if you click on this, if you actually look at the full view of the shroud, you can see how tall Jah is. They say 6'5", 6'6", but you can tell. Oh, what a tall one, eh? Yes, yes. Eli, favor and majesty down. That's right, and you can see that his face is a bit disfigured, all the blows. That's right, you see. And, I posted in the comment section, the legend of what happened. He was hanging on the city walls, that's right. And you see all the coincidences. Yes, he was on the pole for 3 days, and they stopped him, and this and that, and all kind of things, dragged him through the town, and many things, that's right. You see all the similarities. So many similarities, that's right. And then you look at the split beard. Look, it's him, that's right. This, if you click, it is a Byzantine coin of Christ, okay? We're the only Byzantinian coins of Christ. Explain that. Try to explain that. Anyways, you see, look, it is I. Then you see the split beard. You can see, okay, mustache is a little off a bit. It's okay. And the nose. Okay. Anyways, this is what I've been trying to tell you from time. It's the shroud of Christ. that they carbon dated it. They say that it dates back to the year 1152. Yet Andronikos was crucified. Christ was crucified in 1185. Doesn't matter. It's around the same time period. Very good. Very, very good. Take one last look. At your Messiah. You see the cheek and even the eyes disfigured on the left eye and everything, you can see, That's right. You hear what they did? Chopped off the right hand, plucked out the right eye. That's right. That's right. Could explain why the right eye is more swollen than the left. All these things. They're definitely not going to put all of that in the Bible, that they did all of that. But yet still, what do they show you in your Mel Gibson's Passion of the Christ? Many things that are not even in the Bible. Anyways, I'm just saying, it's a judgment for your world because truth is coming to light for you. Look at that. Many know. Look, I even posted a video that I found just 2 days ago. The day I found it, I posted it for you. That's right. And what does this man say? He says, well, Andronikos, coming on Christ, is Saint Andrew, who is Christ. And he tells you many, many things that were, it's not that they were, yeah, you could say they were omitted still from the contemporary books and publishings about Andronikos. He's going into medieval times. He's found things that, you see what I'm saying, that the West, they probably have access to, but they're not going to publish these things. That's right. And he says, well, I've concluded that based upon the, what did he say, the pattern, the form codes, okay? He said, well, yeah, I have to conclude it's one and the same. Okay, very good, very good. And he's an expert, chronicler, an historian, like myself. Huh? That's right. Huh? Huh? That's right. But I'm the senior chronicler, an historian, an epistemologist, an etymologist, and so much more. Anyways, look, you see, Oliver Cromwell, the black Jacobites of Europe, he was also a black man too, okay? It's a long story, but just to show you, just to show you, these names belong to us, my people. Collins, James, Anderson, Blake, you name them, Robinson, Robert, it does not matter, Davis, Robertson, Francis, doesn't matter. They are not theirs. Okay? No slave master gave their slaves their surname. Okay? The original Irish, Frank, or I should say French, because Frank people, and even the Celt people of Irish are barbarians that occupied and colonized the land. Okay? But the Irish, the French, and the British, who they are not originally Anglo-Saxons, who are two clans of barbarians. Okay, they're all Hebrews. Okay, Hebrews, and the Hebrews are the Moors, okay? As I knew when I studied these things 20 odd years ago about the Ottoman Turks who sacked, they say, Greece, Rome, anyways, you see. But the Ottomans renamed where they sacked Istanbul, okay, which today is where Patras, Greece is right there, headed into Turkey. Okay, I always knew that the Ottomans were not really Turkish. They may have settled there one time, but I always knew that the Ottomans are really the Maccabeans. Good, so now we find out that the timeline is way off. Exactly, Christ is only from 1185, crucifixion date. Okay, good. So then it says the Ottoman Turks sacked Rome in 1453. See, that's not long after Columbus went to New Jerusalem. Let's just say Jerusalem. Good. Well, I always know that the Ottomans are really the Maccabeans. See? I always knew that, which means that the sacking of Rome did not take place in 1453. Okay? It took place in the 12th century. So I could say the 13th century, but it could have even took place between 1185 and 1200, which they say is the 13th century. You see what I'm saying? Okay, good. So they cut one off one time. There's way more time they cut off, and I proved it. But I'm saying right there, okay, they cut off 1 century, right? They go from 0 to 180. Okay, they go from 1 BC, okay, to 0, which is a number for them, and then 180, good. And then from 180, 99 years later, that's the first century, okay? But they don't call it that. Them call the first century the second century. Good, good. Hmm? I am vexed. Huh? You say that we are cannibals. Our predecessors were animals. You say we came from the ape, but we know the truth. So you are late. We know where we are going, and we know where we're from. So to hell with you and your brainwash education. I am vexed. I've got to show it. I am vexed. And I don't intend to. Your bum clad. Eh? Look at that. Hmm? So convenient, eh? So convenient that I find all these things for you. Hmm? But we came from the ape anyways. You see this operation, silence Tartaria. Tartaria. I know that this is a name that they came up with, okay? It's just a fancy name that they came up with. You see what I'm saying? But at the same time, Tartaria could be one of the lands that is within the ice walls or even on the exterior of them. Hmm? It could be, that's right, some mythological place. Hmm? Could be. Either way, we know that in 1945, 4,000 bells vanished from Europa, which before it was called Europa, it was called Helena. Hmm? At least Greece was called Helena. Okay? And I mean, well, you see, this is the thing. They say that Helena got that name before AD, even BC times. Okay, good. That's what they say. Cool. But yet Helena is the name of Constantine's mother, who, I'm telling you, he is Nero. Okay? So therefore, it must have had another name before that, which is all a part of the Aksumite Hebrew Jerusalem Empire. Hmm? It's them come and change names. Did you know that prior to the 16th and we could even say 15th century, there is no literature that can be found on any civilization or culture of people unless it is in the hands of those indigenous people somewhere. And usually they guard it. Hmm? That's right. They burnt up everything. They destroyed everything else. All the other books and scrolls and everything, they destroyed it. Monuments, whatever that has, writings on it, they destroyed it. You didn't see when they come to Egypt, what did they do? They destroyed the pharaohs, broke off their noses, smashed their faces and everything, and chiseled off names and made sure they want to destroy the place. Want to erase the history here. Okay, here what? Well, now we can't erase it because it's causing a war. You know what we will do? We will claim that they were white African people. Well, actually, we'll claim that Egypt is in the Middle East. It's not even in Africa. It's okay. We can leave them alone now. Very good. Like I said, in all of the accounts of your Christopher or Cristobal Colon, he says that all the people he encountered, they were always naked, all of them naked, uncivilized, just stupid people. Hmm? But very kind and caring and docile. Right, so he took advantage of them. They weren't all naked and all of this madness he's talking about. This madness he's talking about. Hmm? Some of them could have lived over there that way because some of them are actually Ethiopians from ancient times or even Egyptians from ancient times who, yeah, they keep that custom still. But you have had to have found other things, cities and villages and stuff like that, the same things you destroyed when you came there. Hmm? You don't want to tell the world that you destroyed civilizations when you came over there. No, when you came over there and there was nothing over there. They were primitive backward people. They were savages. And they believed in heaven, but they never heard of Jesus Christ. No, they never heard of your white Jesus Christ, but they heard of Ashwa HaMashiach, man. They heard of Yeah. They never heard of your white Jesus, man. Oh, yes, and they also said that I came from heaven. They believe that I came from heaven, not we. No, no, no. You read his books, he talks about himself. That's right. No? Yes, 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 yes. The self-aggrandizement and entitlement of this damn hybrid is just, it's out of this world. Huh? Yes, they said I'm an angel. No, they didn't say I'm an angel. They said I must be from heaven. And they would call people and tell people, come, come, come. They would go call their own people, village people, come, come, come. Come and see the beings that came from heaven. Yeah, man. Anyways, they got rid of all of the bells, okay? Because the bell is a sonic device, okay? It serves many different purposes. It can ward off many things. Storms, negative energy, all kind of things. All kind of things it can ward off, man. Eh? Evil forces. Harmonizes the place within the 432 frequency, but yet still it actually resonates at the highest frequency, which is 963. Indeed, but it resonates at 432. It keeps it at that balance, but it goes up there, so it keeps the people up in that high state of consciousness, That's right. Very good. So they have to get rid of all the bells. These are the barbarians. And obviously these bells that were on, you could say, government institutions, churches, schools, even hospitals, even libraries, they're everywhere. Nah, they had to get rid of them because guess what? If they didn't, they would not have been able to use their weapons. Secondly, they would not have been able to come into the land. Make the people start ringing their bells when they come in, but they come in and use subversive tactics, coercive tactics as well, So this is how they do their thing, But if all those bells were ringing, you would not have been able to come into the land, Yes, it's a sonic weapon as well against the wicked. Anyhow, you listen. I gotta close up. But in closing, First book of Chronicles, chapter 21, verse 16. You read, David saw the flaming sword in the heavens. My God, no, no, my son, I did not tell you to number the people. I must slow them now. No, Father, please, no. God Almighty, God, it was me who did this, please. My God, let this curse fall on me. God, please, no, they are your people. God, please, you made a covenant. You made a covenant with Noah. You made a covenant. Yeah, and just say, all right, I will spare them. And returned his sword to its sheath and said, I'll be forward, not I'll be back. No, 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 no. I'll be forward. Yeah, for sure, because mankind not gonna. Anyways, Isaiah chapter 34, verse 5. Yes, I beheld the sword of the Most High in the heavens, and it came down. Yes, the heavens was drunk with the blood of the Most High. Right? The heavens, the sword of the Most High was drunk in the heavens with the blood of the wicked. Yeah? As above, so on the ground. As above, so on the ground. See? Nor that. Very good. Circa 66 to 70 AD. That's right. Josephus, who is really Emmanuel, King Emmanuel. Judas Maccabeus. Hannibal Barca. Sultan Suleiman, who they say is the one that sacked Rome in 1453. 1453. Glitch. It is him. Judas Maccabeus. Justus Barnabas in your Bible. And also Emmanuel. And also, after the release of Jesus Barabbas, which this is what they say, it's him who becomes Jesus Barabbas. Because Barabbas means son of the Father, and that is who Emmanuel is. He is the son of my grandfather God, his father. See? So I'm going to teach you them things, them kind of intermesh the story and everything. Just interweave everything if it throw no half. See? Barabbas means son of the Father, and it was a crime, a high crime, punishable by death, to use the term Abba. See? Because you're saying that the Most High God is your Father, and the Most High God is immortal like you. See? It's only the church clergy and priests that can use this term when praying to their Most High Jah, yeah, when giving hypsis and blocking reverence unto their Abba, and I, Jah stuff. See, so I teach you many things, okay, and even before the release, the Jesus Barabbas that's in jail is really Christ, who is the son of who? The Father, Saint Michael, Archangel Michael, who was in the person at that time as Josephus Flavius Emmanuel. See? Okay, and then they just switch it up and the games are the games. Huh? The Bible says that they pulled Christ up on the high balcony because the Sanhedrin wanted him dead for calling himself the Son of God or calling God his Father. And he, Pontius Pilate, brought Josephus Flavius Emmanuel up on the high balcony and said, behold your king. I don't know, you want me to kill your king? Good. And then they had to release him. They set him free. Remember, the Sanhedrin came last minute with a new petition saying they want this man killed instead of the man you sent to Herod to be flogged and the man you questioned. The man who's obviously in the prison right now, who they're calling him Jesus Barabbas. And they say, we want the next man killed. What? Yeah, because he said God is his father. What? And brought him inside and you dare not answer me. I have the power to have you killed. Yeah, right. You have the power. Anyways, he brought him up on the high balcony and said, this is your king. That's right. So the Jesus who's in jail now, the Barabbas now, comes out and is crucified. The Sanhedrin even said, when Pontius Pilate said, what do you want us to do? What do you want me to do with the man that I had flogged? And the man I sent to Herod, who Herod sent him back to me. What do you want me to do with him? Well, you're telling me you want this man killed. He said, what do you want me to do? And they said, away with him, meaning whatever. Away with him, get him away. We want the next man crucified. And he said, me can't do that. That's right. And so we know that the man in jail is really Christ, the temple incident. And they say Jesus Barabbas was arrested for what? Sedition, murder, and the temple treasury was robbed. That's right, the same crimes Jesus Barabbas was in jail for. Correct? That's right. The revolutionary, the bandit, the revolter. That's right, the criminal. When it's really Christ, that's right. And here you are calling Christ a criminal. Because he was against Rome and rose up against them. And overturned the temple tables and sacked it. And yes, a man was killed. I never tell nobody kill nobody. And the treasury was robbed. I never tell nobody to do that neither. But the man them who robbed the temple treasury and killed the man, Gesmas and Demes, they were both crucified right next to me on the cross. Those were their crimes. Very good. So just show the idea. Still, you click on this, you see the rascal. It look like a sunball, you know. Is it a sunball or is it planet Nibiru? Huh? You will learn about Joseph Flavius and what he saw and what he said. So we know that this is the time. You click, it tells you what he saw. That's right. That's right. Oh, what a day when the moon it start drink blood. Yes, we just had our full beater moon the other day. It was a judgment. That's right. That's right. And meteor showers and so many things. Heal Empress Men and Heal Emperor Celestia. Yeah, you don't know. Zin. And again, well, I mean, you know, Tales from the Crypt, you know, this one. Sometimes this one's kind of long, but I mean, damn, people, you see what's going on, man. You hear my boy Judge Dredd? Buzzed AK told you so. In other news, see, Daddy was right. It's a big shake takedown. See, they took down the Resolutes, okay, for killing my boy, okay? Our Senmo Point, see, our BM. See, anyways, ever since then, deck of cars just keeps dropping big cars. Anyways, they got the Arab gangs, okay, both of them. Both of their leaders, they got them. One of them is dead. Since the Resolutes were arrested, one of them was assassinated behind bars, okay? And then they got the head of the BMF gang, okay? Who, remember, he was beefing with the Hells Angels and was hiding in Italy, and they got him. okay, and brought them back and he's inside too. You understand? And then they took down the flipping Rizzutos, okay? Now they got 7 major players, man. And the Canadian crime underworld, including some Indian lawyers, man, okay? And a man labeled as the boss of all black street gangs in Montreal, his name is Tupcana. Not Tropicana, no, don't question it, don't question it, Tupacana. And his gang is called the Rat Pack. Huh? The Rap Pack, but it's pronounced Rat Pack. I'm sorry, it's just the way it's pronounced. Anyways, this includes the killing of Bobby the Greek, man. Yeah, man, Bobby the Greek. I know Bobby, man. It's crazy what happened to Bobby, man. Yo, man. And, he's in that life, it's just crazy. Anyways, man. Bobby, major player in the Greek mob, man. They killed him in a Starbucks in October. It's true, man. It's true, man. There were witnesses in there, man. At least 20 people in there, man. 2 guys walked up in there looking funny, sloppy, and everything, man. Just the video's online, man. The video's online. They walked up in there and then blazed up the man and his security bodyguards and then ran out. Anyways, man. And then they killed the accountant. Somebody killed the accountant of the Rizzutos. He was in jail for 12 years and got out. And, well, they sniped him. No joke, sniper rifle, seconds after walking away from a rendezvous with the in de facto boss of the Hells Angels, aka Martin Robert. He's in de facto because there's one side of the Hells Angels that says he's not our boss. Okay? Anyways, I'm telling you, witnesses say cops were on the premise and they searched the victims, the slain victims, for weapons before they left the premise. That's right, and there was even a cruiser, I should say, unmarked car outside of the Starbucks. More than one. That's right. Why didn't you do anything, officers? It's not a good look, officers. It looks like you're letting these happen. You're letting these things happen. But if you're letting it happen, you're compliant, officers. You're complicit, officers. What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm just saying that's the way it looks, and I mean that's what it is. What are you doing? Why didn't you stop him? Damn. We didn't want to blow our cover. For sure. So you let them blow those guys' brains out. Yeah, in front of all kind of people, random people, kids even. Man. I didn't see no kids in there, but who knows? I could have been a kid over there in the corner drinking a coffee with her dad. My gosh. Anyway, the point is the FBI's involved, guys, okay? And what are the chances that an ex-Canadian Olympian snowboarder named Ryan Wedding is the biggest drug dealer and drug importer in Canada? I told you, everything's crumbling to naught, everything's falling apart, and everything's corrupt, it seems, right? Okay, good. A snowboarder, an ex-Olympian. Are you for real? It hasn't stopped there. No, Daddy told you that Martin Robert, the president of the Hells Angels, is on a persons of interest list by the USA and Canada, okay, United Snakes of Ahorca and Canada, okay, for his affiliations with Russia. They say every time he goes to Russia, energy sanctions spike. Yeah, and many, many more things. Hey, the FBI just forced the RCMP, the feds here in Canada, to sanction a casino in Kanawaki. Okay, that's the native reserve. Big money over there, and even oil and enough more things. Even the tobacco and weed is big money over there, and enough more things. Okay, well, the casino is closed now. Okay, I'm not sure if that casino is the same casino that is owned. It's jointly owned by Martin Robert, the head for the Hells, and Leonardo Rizzuto, the head for the Rizzutos. Okay, it's the first joint business venture, like legal business venture these two have ever went into. I have a feeling that's the one that closed down. Just because of the boss's affiliation with the mob and, organized crime. Shut it down. Oh my gosh, that's a big blow, My goodness. Anyways, it's the Global Commission people. They're coming for everything. They're coming for the streets. Okay, so it's time to bail out. Okay. Anyways, man, that's your last warning call, straw. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you again. I told you last time. Every now and then I, cover this. And I tell you, well, it's time to get out. And you see, it's getting worse. Anyhow, did you know Montreal just elected a Latina mayor by the name of Soyara Martinez, who, it is alleged, has ties to drug cartels in Chile and Mexico. That's right, huh? And she was also born in Santiago, Chile, huh? Yes, yes, and that says it all, huh? She was not even born in Canada. You Canadians. Huh? Anyway, she has to put her people first, huh? Look what you guys did, man. Now everything is just gonna spiral to the bottom in no time. You know, it's gonna go whoop, 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 whoop. You know what I'm saying? People, would you? Apparently, there is a white lady who is from where I am in Montreal right now, and she lost by one vote. It's all lies, people. People, it's just a global commission taking everything down. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is, people. And you have to watch this. Yeah, you gotta check it out, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't watch the white images. Y'all gotta get over that. You know what I'm saying? And listen and learn. You know what I'm saying? Split beard. All the photos of Christ in medieval times. Split beard. Andronikos as well. Split beard. That's right. And then I am the one. This is even before I watched it. You know me. I am miles, light years ahead of this guy. Light years ahead of this guy. But the point is that he found out before I did. Doesn't matter. That doesn't matter at all. Huh? Look, shot a torrent, split beard. Look at the coin, split beard. It's funny, the AI voice, eh? It's funny, but at least it's what the man is saying. Okay, that you need to use blood clot AI for. And stop making fake videos. You know what I mean? What the heck, man? And there's actually, like, new people are doing it, but they actually got AI content generators, man, doing this. But you still gotta put that into the system. You still gotta say whatever you want to see, and then that gets processed into the system. Stop the madness. It's people doing it, and now they're running amok. You're in a cahoots with AI, and now the same AI about tearing it down. Cause what AI is saying is people are stupid, very stupid, very, very slow, and very retarded, and very lethargic when it comes to using their brain. Very, very lazy, very. You stay there. You stay there. What a judgment. You look good. On the ball. Fireball. And there you look. Yes. Yeah, as the moon is high over my head, and I give my loving stare. As the moon sits high over my head, and I give my loving stare. And we're here, we're jamming. What you are, we're jamming. I really mean it. I wanna jam it with you. We're jamming in jam rock. Whoa, I wanna jam it with you. I hope you like jamming. Cause I wanna jam with you. I really wanna jam it with you. Jam rock, jam with you. Okay, so we jam it, We jam. Yeah, man, we don't jam up and jam down, you know what I'm saying? But just make sure so we don't jam it. See? Yeah, you see? Oh, this is a refresher in the ancient scrolls, Apocrypha of Abraham, Moses. They speak about the chariot. I told you this before. Okay, go on. You see, and now look what's going on in Jamaica. Oh, look, the mountain is on fire. Listen to my boy Blaze. Oh my God, many great things to come from this place. Many great things. And all like gods and prophets and angels and gurus and oh my God, celestial beings. You're crazy. You just regurgitate your dreams and what you've heard. But haven't you heard? Joel 2, verse 20 to 30. And in those days I shall pour my spirit upon all flesh, and children shall have visions and grown adult dreams. And you shall behold wonders in the heavens, and in the earth blood and fire and pillars of smoke. This very prophecy is unfolding in real time. That does not make any of you prophets. Anyhow, Jarat is almost full. Yeah, the cup of Israel is almost full. It's almost complete. Just know that one blood clot, yeah, and when it complete and fully, I gonna know, cause Jah go blaze out. You see me? Cause I'm not just wicked. Anyhow, Josie knows again. Emperor Andreyas of Ethiopia is Emperor Andronikos, Saint Andrew, Christ. See, we set the captives free in Rome, and I just set the record Straight. See? That's right. We have to find, we have to go, because we know, obviously, stop the stupidness. We know the truth. His Majesty even taught us. We know things. Ethiopia history, it tells us and teaches us Christ was born in Nazareth in Ethiopia. And Nazareth is on the Ethiopian continent. If you look on the map of Ethiopia, Nazareth is there. There's no Nazareth in your Israeli El Palestine. So we know it was not there. Okay. Point being, Africa is splitting in two right now, by the way, too, in the judgment. You see what I'm saying? So is the entire planet. That split in a 3 and 4 and 5. You see things you never think you would live to see in this judgment. Emperor Andreyas, who in Ethiopia, they scratched him out. They tried to scratch me out. The same way they did to Akhenaten, the first, who is Amenhotep, the fourth. Scratch him out because he's truly Joshua. He's truly Joshua in the Bible. They say he's the son of Nun. Of course, Nun, the same Nun, you know. It's like an ephemeral, it's a goddess, but she's a Realmz as well. Zane, a hidden realm of consciousness. This is what Nun represent. Zane, anyhow, you often know, okay, that them butcher up many characters into many different people. Like Andronikos and Andrew and Christ. Oh, and Ananias in the book of Acts. 9 or 10. And then Gamaliel in 19 and 22. That's right. And then, well, Jesus Barabbas in the Bible. That's right. Good. Well, what about Josephus Flavius? We have Hannibal Barca. We have Akbar the Great. We have Sultan Suleiman. We have Justus Barnabas. We have Emmanuel. I mean, you know, come on now. Judas Maccabeus, Akbar the Great, Suleiman, and also Justus Barnabas, Emmanuel, Jesus Barabbas at one time, and even Jesus Christ at another time. And, you know, I mean, damn, madness, eh? Good, so you have to be careful. So here we have it. Emperor Andreas, who in Ethiopia, they etch out a history and say, oh, he only reigned for 4 or 6 months, and we don't know what happened to him. We don't know what happened to him. We don't know, you know, what happened to him. We don't know anything about the circumstances surrounding his disappearance, or even if you want to say his death or anything. And we don't know anything. We don't even know anything about his reign. We don't know. We don't know. We know who his father is, but we don't know who his mother is. What do you mean you don't know? Is a man I show you? Father's name is Yesehak. Okay. Now, according to the story about Andronikos, his father's name is Isaac. See, some just show the items. Some tried from Ethiopia, just like Emperor Theodorus II, 1868. Remember, there was a siege. Britain came there. Well, it was because I said, I'm going to go and liberate the rascal Holy Land from infidels. See, and them time that the Holy Land was a settlement there, just because my people went there. So the world was calling it that. So okay, you call it the Holy Land, but even though this is the Holy Land, you know, don't matter. Me, I go for free of my people. And Emperor Theodorus wrote letters to other kings in his realm and let them know this is what I'm doing. See, and well, people get scared and nothing. Listen me, but Emperor Andreas set out over there. It's I empire same way, and I went over there and was emperor of this land same way, just to liberate I people. And this is what we did, as a matter of fact. We liberated I people from the barbarians and the Romans who were still there, but I was the boss. Jaron thing, very good. And then it tells you, if you check that video about Andronikos, I made a throne thing, and then when I came back, another man took over the throne saying he wants to be king and all kind of stupidness. Man, they call him Isaac. This man is Simon Magus, okay? That's who that man is, okay? It's Elimas, who was the Antichrist of his day, okay? That's who that was. And then set up him throne, and then, well, time for crucify the man, but it was written that it would happen. Very good. Enough more things. See, of more things, but there you have it. See, and this is the problem with all of these historians and these so-called people called chroniclers, and they have these new chronicles where they're trying to say history was erased, and rewritten by a Frenchman and a German man, and some other people just went along with it, and they just invent all kind of lies. And then, in the Western world, well, history is based on speculation. It's based on speculation. See, it's always, well, how do you know that really happened? You see what I'm saying? It's not a science. They not really prove nothing good. And me and the rascal decoder, and I chronicle things and I prove things. You see? And this is what we're supposed to do with history, to know where we're going and know where we're coming from. But yet the world today, just like the histories of contemporary times, you're all stuck in the past. And even historians today, I should say, you're all stuck in the past. You're just stuck in the rascal past. Good. We're not depend on that. We are move forward, see, by iotas per millisecond. See? So it's concluded Emperor Andreyas is Emperor Andronikos. I traveled from Ethiopia and left some people in charge. And then, let me say, my uncle, Melekot, is it Melekot? Or Tekla Hamlet or some one of them, they went and decided he wants to run the thing and become emperor, right? But that's not the way it works. That's not the way it works. I'm sure so my father did have other sons, or even, let's say, there are other people. How we go from a son now, of a man now, who this man before I, and I was emperor before I, right? And then now here, this man is going to become emperor, my uncle. It don't make no rascal sense. It's just this man was a wicked man too, and want to take over the damn thing. Or can't really say he was a wicked man. No, he wasn't a wicked man, but he realized, say, me have to govern it. See? Because the man, Andreas, which this is what it means in Amharic and even Hebrew, it means man or manly or brave. He ain't returning right now. See? But I did return. This is why Ethiopia has stories about how Christ was laid to rest there. This is what they say. But it's really the ascension and enough more things. But this is what them say. Them have tomb over there, so, and them say the tomb for Christ and enough things. See? And them cling to that because them know it is true. The high man returned home. See? Anyhow, you look, the sword in the heaven, you see? NASA's images and amateur images. Anyhow, you listen to the flaming sword, aka the chariot, aka Excalibur, aka anomalous. Huh? At the 4-minute 40-second mark, that looks an awful lot like a sword, wouldn't you say? Yeah, I mean, look at it. I mean, me. Look. Okay, good people. Okay, it is real. The judgment about Bangladesh. You hear what happened in Bangladesh? Them get bang or boom. They got boomed. Yes, big earthquake rock them over there. Of course, and even Japan get rock, and Russia get rock, and it's just rocking, and we just keep it rocking, people. And nothing new. But you see, pillars of smoke. Mount Semeru erupts in Indonesia. That's right. Right, huh? Africa, prepare. I and I coming on. Black people, prepare. Yes, and home is coming now. At one time we were saying we're going on, but home is coming to us in this judgment. I'm telling you. Rastafari be with the item said we. You see me, I saw enough more things. You see me, but I'm telling you something. From a close out. You see this lava go pour out pad pig and the whole of them go get hose out and doors out. If I know a gears and a doors out. Yo, I'll tell you this. You see this whole thing about Venezuela and America-US war, and even we don't know big psyops, and cocaine or Ukraine and Russia, and the even Pal Hellstein, okay, and the Israeli hell psyops war, then it's just a big deception. Revelation chapter 2 verse 9, chapter 3 verse 9. Those are the Nicolaitans. See? They are the Nicolaitans of which I hate. I despise them. See? Because them are barbarian. See? That's where they get Saint Nicholas from. The Nicolaitan them are them God that who is really the devil. So no for do the thing there. It's just a hoax, people. See? We just pray them. It's just a hoax. All in all, you see, I go on is the fight against the Rasta man. Them a gear up. They got their military assets and everything out there in the Caribbean Sea. Okay, because they know Jamaica, this hurricane was coming. They knew, they seen it coming. Okay, cool, no problem. We're gonna get ready, and we're getting ready because guess what? We want the land and everything that's in it. Anywhere the hurricane would have hit, they would have occupied. You see what I'm saying? Okay, all these people coming in to help. Good, and the army's right there just in case there's gonna be a rebellion. Okay, but they kind of know, man. They kind of know, man. People, remote viewing and all these things, Ouija board, demons. They can see it's coming for Jamaica. No problem. We're gonna be there. We're gonna be there. That's right. Now, guess what? All these players coming out of the land. They're colonizers. They're colonizing the land. All right, good. All right, we're setting up our businesses. This, that, this, that, this, that, this, that. We're in the land. Okay, this is USA, who link with Canada and Britain, and Israeli L2, who's in the land too, Good. While on the next side, you have China and India, and even Russia's with them. See? And I guess Germany would probably be with them too. No matter. See? Russia, China, India, and even the Arabs, them. And even the Japanese and all of them. Them bad that next side there too. Good. So I'm going to get ready for Gideon Rasclat war over there. See? Because I guess the way they see it is, well, the other side, the other block, which is basically bricks, they're not just going to let us come in like that. See? They're not going to let us just come in like that. See? So they're waiting for anything to pop off over there within that region. But this whole Venezuela thing, I know them talk about one little island on the side of Venezuela, and that's what they really want, and I'm kind of stupidness. We not stay there and believe all of that. Zane, because the only threat Babylon is facing right now is the Almighty God Rastafari and Jaraskla pick them. See? Which our fort and headquarters and capital is Nayakipong, Jamaica. See? So we'll soon see what really are going in this judgment here, because I'm pretty sure most of you will say, no, that's crazy, yeah? That crazy? You look a bomber ass clout, you crazy? Me madder than crazy, what the rascal do? Let Rastafari be praised. Me know this one kinda long, and that's good, that's good, that's good. See, I'm just gonna check the news right quick for the item before I cut left here. See, I make them shake your ear. All these stupid artists, look, people in Jamaica still suffering, still ain't get no help and no attention, medical attention, and until houses underwater, marooned, all kind of thing. You got all kind of disease breaking out, all kind of thing, man. See? Good. Or your damn crime, slime, sinister ministers in Rasclat, South Africa. That's right. Well, they invited him there. For sure they did. For sure they did. Then you have the Muslim mayor. They just elected a new Muslim mayor of New York. If you go on Trump's Bamaka IG, the day, minute, second he was elected, he posted, and so it begins. Okay, so it begins. But now he has the man inside the rascal at White House sitting there meeting with him, and they're laughing up and right at there. I think the man called him a fascist. He's like, that's okay. You can call me a fascist. Doesn't bother me at all. Huh? You know what I'm saying? The Rastafari place. And as for Naki Wheeler, seeing my fleshy, my cousin, my disciple, I already told you how we met. See? I already told you. It was a long story. But I told you how I met my disciple. See? Rastafari. Hail am I, Rastafari. Do give thanks and praise. You know what I'm saying? Do give thanks and praise these clowns, man. You're flipping world misleaders. Huh? You people still can't see the light. It's really tragic, It's really tragic. And just be with the item and like me telling you, boy house burn down flat. Saying you look a restaurant there, boy. You saying bolt, and it wasn't even a bolt of lightning. You're a rascal at you. And some fire belt out a rascal at Leviathan mouth and burn down your place. Enough Rasta man, elders too, like Flacco, and enough of these Rastas who claim to be leaders and thing. You see storm, hurricane, flood, wash away your house and thing. You know, see that as a sign. Say this God where uno a praise, me not care if you want to call him Rastafari. That's not the real Rastafari where uno a praise. See? When you go up on the next side and hear Sister Kalanja with King still. Hmm? And yeah, and I same way you rascal you. All of uno we claim say uno a Rasta and this and that and that and that and uno so blessed and remember, you know, and uno with a go on like say uno so blessed and uno for fret about nothing, you know, and look what reach uno. You think say in a Job days, them thing they could have reached Job and Job go on like say, Jana curse him. Uno bright and bumper clad face day. Enough I wanna get blood clot touch and gape it and enough of them a warrior king blessed youth. Seek Jah and live and don't this that again. Zin. All them things reach wanna talk about what? What really? Hmm? All wanna talk about Jesus. How many churches were destroyed in Jamaica? How many Christians' lives were destroyed? How many Christians were misplaced, washed away, marooned in them house? Where you go tell them, right, you go judge them and talk about no need for repent. Well, I will not need for repent, but I'm telling us, I'm not so saturated with sin, repenting is not going to do you any good. Repenting ain't going to do you no good because you used to say 2,000 years ago. Well, that's what they say. Either way, from Christ's advent, them crucify Andronikos, him nail up sin upon the cross there. So there's no need for you to be doing it, but you do it because there are rewards. And the wage of sin today is not instant death. So you can get away with your sinfulness. Sin. Rastafari be with the eye them, just shine his light to give thanks, you know. I think, you know, long overdue. But I tell you what, I need to do in a bag of rascal speeches for the item in this time. When I say a bag of rascal people online, all these vloggers, they're coming out of nowhere. There's so many of you, all this content. Good, good. And even still, I take my time. And when I come at you with the highest knowledge and the highest resonance of light and frequency of truth. Yeah? And concentration of love. Saying, because I sacrifice for this, I don't see what many of you are sacrificing for. Remember the disciples and all of the prophets that came, and those within them all became persecuted by the world and hated by the world, you know. And I don't see any of you attacking the devil. You are like as if the devil doesn't exist. In Islam, the devil exists, you know, but he's not important. In Judaism, the devil exists, but he's not important, nor the demons. In Bomba Blood Clot Christianity, all of your different sects, your denominations, it doesn't matter. Mormonism, Catholicism, Jehovah Witness, doesn't matter. And the rest are uno. The devil's not that important. This is not a war against the devil and the demons, but that's what the Bible said. The Bible said the final showdown will be between Christ, the 144,000 them, and the rest are I and I. And Babylon clot the wicked rascal world. See? When you're sitting here saying, God is coming, Allah is coming, Jesus is coming, Buddha is coming, Yahweh is coming, Yahshua is coming, they're all coming, we're waiting for them. The judgment is unfolding, see? And it's a closing. All I don't know. See? Give thanks and praise. Just be with the idea. You know, remember, you know. Zetigo, I and I, Lord and Shepherd Zetigo, you know, this is I and I own new name, brand spanking, and a new a name, you know. Isaiah chapter 45, 15, 63, 03, 6202. You read, what does it say? New name. Revelation chapter 3, verse 12 to 14. New name. I am the Amen, and I shall come in a new name. Therefore, it's not just that I and I have a new name. I and I people have a new name. And I and I people are the Zetagans. They're the Zetagans. Who encapsulate all those in the light. Rastafari and all those from different tribes. They come into this light. And you become a Zetagan. You become a star, yeah? You become a star.